deal of overblown rhetoric during the 60s in which the word war has perhaps too often been used. The war on poverty, the war on misery, the war on disease, the war on hunger. But if there is one area where the word war is appropriate, it is in the fight against crime.
The minute you say all Americans are endowed by their Creator with the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and you really mean that, and then you look at some of our prisons, you have to say those prisons are un-American.
You know, America has this very interesting history with incarceration. We're the land of the free, yet we represent just 5% of the world's population, house 25% of the world's inmates. When the civil rights era came and we started to see tensions between white people and people of color, all of a sudden criminality became associated with civil disobedience, with not respecting and kowtowing to authority. And that's when we started to see an escalation of criminalization of human behavior.
We must declare and win the war against the criminal elements which increasingly threaten our cities, our homes, and our lives.
You go back to the early 80s during the crack epidemic. You know, they enhanced all of the sentencing guidelines. They really, they took away parole in the federal system, enhanced the sentencing guidelines and the mandatory minimums, to really focus on the drug war, so to speak. We've evolved into a society that believes that crime is only punishable, or mistakes is only punishable, by prison. And we now have a prison population. I mean, think about it. In 1980, the prison population in the federal system was 25,000. Today it's 220,000. It's an 800% increase. It's absurd.
It hits us very much at home, right where we live, right where we worship, right where we go to school and play. So this is, I believe, the issue of our generation. It is the civil rights issue of our generation, the human rights issue of our generation. This is a moment in time where we should not let it slip by. We have mass movements of social justice and social awareness in the streets, people agreeing that something is wrong in our country.
We've recognized, I think, that America has really come to rely too heavily on the criminal justice system and even started to escalate and militarize the way that police interact with their communities in a way that is absolutely at its fundamental core un-American, inconsistent with our values as a society. And I think that's why you're seeing people from across the political spectrum come together and say it's time that we actually do something about this.